Welcome, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are live on Twitch, streaming some Dwarf Fortress today. And I'm going to move chat window around a little bit. Hopefully, it's in a better spot there. All right, let's lock that in. That's right, that's right. Dwarf Fortress it is. So, I have not streamed Dwarf Fortress before ever on Twitch, believe it or not. Of course, I've done several videos on YouTube, so if you are watching on YouTube, I'm going to do more of these live streams, so make sure you go down to the description of the video, check the link for Twitter, or for Twitch, I should say. I don't have a Twitter account, but I'm also going to post the playlist too, so that'll be always pinned in the comments. Hey, Consolus is here. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream, my friends. Good to see you today. Hope everything's coming through loud and clear. As I was just saying, we're doing our first stream for Dwarf Fortress today. We're kind of in the middle of a fort right now, so this isn't a star. Well, it's kind of a starter fortress. Really, it is. I still haven't even gotten like the proper military trained up. We did just assign a new squad in the most recent episode, so if you're watching on YouTube, you should be all caught up. You'll have this all in order, but yeah, we've got ourselves a new squad full of 10 dwarfs. They're set to train every other month. Is that? Yeah. No, that's not what I want. I've got to get back into the swing of Dwarf Fortress here. Yeah, if we look at our monthly schedule, I've got them set to train 1 month, then they're off for a month, then train, off, on again, off again, all the way through, all the 12 months. And currently we're in the month of Sandstone, and they're not training. But another important thing to note is I've got them set up a little barracks here. You can even see we're starting to work on an archery setup, so we're going to have to get some archer dwarfs too. But the point is, they don't train here, they actually train on the surface. This is where I've got their little, yeah, training spot set up, and that's just so they don't get that cave adaptation. We don't want them getting sick when they come to the surface, because they are our defenders, essentially. I wish I'd give my people long-lasting training orders. Talking about Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Okay, so let's see. I think we'll go ahead and unpause it. Yeah, let's get things going. Currently, what are we working on? We're still trying to fill up our cistern. Let's go below. Oh, yeah, we're definitely still working on the walls here. I've only got one story of walls going, but we're going to need more than that. Yeah, we've emptied a couple of lakes. So I drained this lake and this. Oh, we got petitions here. Let's see, Guild Hall, Farmer Guild. Yeah, we can do that. We'll approve that. We'll have to set up a guild hall for that Farmers Guild, but that's okay. I want to definitely make sure to pay as much attention as I can to these notifications on the side. Also, I'm not sure why I'm not getting sound right now. I turned the sound off for recording for YouTube, but like there's no sound whatsoever now. It's weird. It's like I turned it off and now it won't turn back on. Maybe I have to restart the game? I don't know. But either way, not to worry, not to worry. So it'll probably kick in at some point real loud, real loud. Public-private partnerships partly already existed with the dwarves. Let's see. So, yeah, if we go a bit lower, boom, there it is. So we can see our water. Yeah, you know what? It always resets this too. The water. No, that's not what I want. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, it always resets that number too. Maybe I do need to log out, log back in for the sound to take place, but not worried about it. Yeah, so that's currently the setup. I think we'll probably need to drain a few more of these little lakes. And we're working with a population of 52. We've finally gotten a decent little dwarf population here. Let's go down to the bedroom layer. Okay, so we needed to establish a farmer's guild. Why do I drain the lakes? Well, because our dwarves need access to water. mainly for washing up and medical purposes, because mostly they drink alcohol. But we do need water underground. What's up, Mr. Zyson? Hello, buddy. Thanks for joining the stream. Now, the problem with simply accessing water from the surface is that it can be dangerous on the surface. We can get raided by goblin hordes and orcs and stuff like that. You can even have like giants wander through your area. So we want to be able to lock up and seal the surface tight so nothing can get into the fortress. And that means our dwarves wouldn't necessarily have access to water unless I brought it below ground. So that's why I'm draining lakes from the surface to fill up our underground water reservoir. Okay, but a lake is a finite source. Yeah, that's true. I actually started in a position that has no rivers. So, yeah, the current place also has no aqueducts, too. What's up, cutie bun bunny? Hello, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, an underground cistern. Are you not familiar with that term, or a cistern of water? Yeah, whatever you want to call it, just a reservoir, little underground pond. But it's not totally full, so I'm not actually sure if the dwarves can fish from this. I haven't seen any active fishing going on, although we do have a fisher dwarf, so it would be better if I had a river, Consolus, you're right, or even an aqueduct, because those would be pretty good. But we're just dealing with what we've got. There's another method, is to go below ground and dig to the cavern layer, because then there are underground lakes. You can tap into those with a well. We could just drop a well with a chain and a bucket down to that. So that's another alternative. But I typically go with draining water from the surface so that I don't have to break into the cavern layer so early. But I need to invest in large-scale water infrastructure for later in the game. Well, not only that, Consolus, but one common thing that more advanced players do, and I'm not saying I do this because I'm still moderate at this game, is manipulation of lava. Because if we go low enough, yeah, we'll get to the lava levels. And there are actually workshops that use lava as their power source. Yeah, we've got a magma smelter right here. We've got a magma glass furnace. So instead of using charcoal, you can just use the natural heat of the magma. But you've got to be able to manipulate it and move it around through pipes and stuff that you've got to construct and place. So it's a whole deal. Like, water is dangerous enough because your dwarves can certainly drown if you're not careful when you're manipulating water like this, but lava is even more dangerous. What's up? I like Dwarf Fortress, but never played. It's pretty complex. It's very complex. Yeah, I would compare it right up there with some of the most complex games like Cataclysm, and whatever others you want to mention. It's difficult, but it's also very rewarding and a lot of fun. It's something you can lose yourself in for hours and hours. And once you do start to master the game, like I said, it becomes really fulfilling. At least for me, like once I'm able to puzzle out a lot of the challenges with the UI and stuff, it becomes a lot of fun. But we're not doing too bad. We've got mostly happy dwarves here. At some point, you got to give it a try. I'm pretty sure it's still free, Consolus, too, if you wanted to download like the free version of it. But I think that these days, the Steam version is like the primary focus of the developers. You know what I'm saying? They're putting all their... I have no doubt that they're probably keeping up with the free version too, but I would recommend buying it on Steam just to support the developers, because they really are just phenomenal guys who've put together a great game. And I mean, for the majority of this game's history, it was totally free. I think for a good time period when they started, they didn't even accept donations initially. Like, I think finally they set up like a donations page on their website, but yeah, they just did it strictly as like a love of the game type situation. Also bought its CDD in the beginning and then never used the Steam version. I understand. It's donation, to a good cause is what that is. Supporting indie developers. It's the way to do it, Better than dropping $100 on Grand Theft Auto 6 or something. Which I actually do plan on doing. But all right, so let's see if we can set up. Let's do a little mining down here on our secondary level. Oh, we got to go to the workshop level too at some point. And But I want to set up another guild hall, so how are we going to do this? I think we'll come off of... let's keep it down here. I like things symmetrical, even though it's totally not necessary whatsoever. But so we only need one guild hall, but we'll dig out two just to be ready for it. Wait, most certainly. GTA 6, you mean? I assume. Hanny, what's up? Damn, the fortress expanded from the last video I watched. That's a good point, Hanny. If you are tuning in here on Twitch, there's actually an episode coming out tonight. So yeah, I didn't time it perfectly, unfortunately. I had a couple of extra episodes pre-recorded, so there is a gap. If you're watching on YouTube right now, it's not going to be an issue for you, but anybody catching me live, you'll see a little bit of spoilers here. Mainly tonight's episode is focused around creating the squad. I did go through the whole process of getting a squad together and stuff. Oh, you're 2 videos behind. Okay. Yeah, I had one come out last night. But no worries, my friend. We can hang out and talk. And who knows? We might end up starting all over again, too. I hope not, but we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so let's do some doors. We've got a bunch of empty bedrooms now that need to be placed. I like to pause it when I do this. Furniture, actually BPR for doors. Let's keep it. Let's see how many we've got. We don't have a lot. So let's lay out a couple doors here, and then I'll start to put doors on these little individual bedrooms. Okay, that's not many. Let's go pay a visit to the manufacturing hub here for a quick minute. Okay, what are we looking at? Carpenter's Workshop has no orders. There's no orders at this one. Okay, we're making blocks and statues. Here, nothing. Hey, Mini Mongoose, welcome. Thank you for dropping by the stream. Let's see. Do an alert, no problem. Playing on the server right now still? Let's see. Damn, the rim oil pawns could learn something about mining from these guys. Oh yeah, console us. Our miners are currently legendary too. We looked at this in a recent video, but if we go to labor. Legendary miners, baby. I think we've also got legendary carpenter or something. But yeah, it doesn't take them long. If you can figure out the labor tab here and assign specific tasks to specific dwarves, they will master those pretty quickly. Time does pass pretty fast in Dwarf Fortress, but yeah, glad you could make it, Minnie. I had fun digging with you this morning, and I'm actually planning on getting back on the server after the stream today, and I'm going to record a video for Andy's mod, the Meteoric Steel mod. I might have like a break to have some lunch, but all right, let's see. Make rock statues done. All right, let me get these work orders knocked out. Blocks and statues. What are we doing over here for the carpenters? We need to just start filling up these bedrooms. So let's make 50 beds. Screw it, we're going to go overboard here. Okay, that's the stone one. And for the carpenter's workshop, we'll do one more here. Where's the doors? Usually I go with stone doors, but these wooden ones will get built a lot quicker. All right, we'll do another 50 doors. Good. Now we'll come down to this carpenter's workshop, because I have 2. Always got to double it up. The most important workshops, you got to have 2. I think we go with the cabinets. Yeah, okay. We'll do 50 of those. Getting kind of crazy here, but we really want to start seriously expanding this fortress. Make it possible for it to be like the capital of the dwarven civilization that we belong to. That would be cool. All right, so we just got that. Let's go for the chest. All right, we'll do 50 of those. That's a lot. Let's make sure we go up to the surface and take a look at our wood. It does appear that we've got a decent amount. I don't see any blocks here built. Let's go look at our stocks real quick. I want to check out my blocks. Okay, I do have a decent amount of blocks, but They're not at the surface. That's not a big deal. I think we'll go ahead and work on laying out some of the walls a bit more here. So let's go to constructions. We got to put these dwarves to work. We got 52 of them, and I have a feeling some of those dwarves are probably slacking off right now. So, actually, scratch that. We're not going to build the wall. What we're going to do is build some more flooring. All right, boom. So it's hard to kind of tell what we're looking at, especially for a new player, but this is the wall. This is the top of the wall. There's a staircase in each corner. And now I've got just like a floor piece on the interior so the dwarves can walk around. But we also want to place a floor piece on the outside of the walls so that any enemies which come up to the walls themselves won't be able to just climb right up and over, because that's certainly possible. Goblins and other nasty creatures can just climb right over your walls if you don't prepare them properly. Man, okay, yeah. It takes a lot of blocks to do this. Wow, wow, wow. We'll just use a bit of limestone there. And that's going to be it, I think. I want to try and primarily use blocks for this, but I don't know. At the same time, maybe I don't care so much. We do have 52 dwarves. Let's just continue to place this. Exactly like Minecraft spiders. Exactly. Okay, we'll go Alt-Chert. This also helped to get rid of a bunch of those boulders and crap that are laying around down below. It just takes the dwarves longer to carry up a raw boulder than it does a nice finished brick. All right, I don't really care about material. It's going to be a patchwork of stone here. Is climbing so common? Reminds me of Total War Shogun. There were troops who were climbing. Yeah, they'll climb right up. You can build. Oh yeah, I have played Total War before. I believe I played the Napoleon one many years ago. It hasn't been recent though. It has not been recent. I'll tell you that. All right, so I don't like to give them too many jobs. Like, we could start to build up now, but we'll just wait. Let them finish this, and then, yeah. This fortress is secure, right? Is this linked? Show linked buildings. No, I don't think it is linked. Okay, let's link to the surface there. High priority. Good. Glad I remembered that. I would have tried to pull that lever in the middle of a siege and it wouldn't have worked. All right, let's do some... We're actually doing really good on the drink, man. Edvard came in with the greatest tip during on one of my videos and told me that, yeah, if we go to our kitchen tab, let's just cover this real quick because it's so important. If we go to labor, kitchen... Get used to this menu screen here because it's so important. But yeah, we want to go through, and anything that is a liquor like blueberry wine, we do not want the kitchen using it in their cooking. No, with the wines and spirits and ales, they're just for drinking. I guess I could make like an exception to that now that we're starting to, get a bit more drink saved up. Like, I could say rye beer. Yeah, we'll how about dwarven wine? We'll let the kitchen use dwarven wine, and that's it, though. Because, of course, that will make the meals more appealing to a good old dwarf. But, hey, what's going on, Krampus? The menu updates based on what you own. I always revisit it after buying out caravan food. Oh, okay, gotcha. Understood. Thank you. Appreciate that tip. And thanks for dropping in. I see you're a first-time chatter. Glad you could make it to the stream today, my friend. We're kind of in the middle of our fortress here. I've got a, a Let's Play series on YouTube right now with the first couple of episodes of this fortress. But let's see. I think I forgot to pin it. Yeah, there it is. So I just pinned the playlist link for anybody in Twitch right now. If you're interested, you can check it out. You got another little tip? Sure, yeah, absolutely. I don't mind help, my friend. For sure. Yeah. All right, let's see. So, We got an alert. Let's check this out. Oh no, there's a snatcher. Protect the children. I see you have rainbow walls. I like to designate specific stones for blocks so they're uniform color and easy to build. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that too much. All right, we do need to worry about this snatcher here, though. Okay. Should we... Did he already take one or no? No, I don't think so. Well, we do have our squad. We can grab them. No, not that way. That way. And we can order them up here. I don't know just how effective it's going to be. Because they've only had a couple months to train. Is that him right there? Yeah, there he is. Goblin Thief. Oh, look at that guy. He's up to no good. All right, get him. Confirm it. Go. Let's see. Hold on, let me zoom out. They are going for him. Yeah, he's running away. Look, they're chasing him. Wait, is that him? Yeah, that's him. The dog is chasing him. One of our dogs is after that dude. I wish the dwarves would get up here. I wish I had, like, god powers. I could just strike him down with a lightning bolt. Okay, well, the dog is keeping him occupied. Where are these lazy dwarves? Confirm. Kill him. Off duty. No, you're on duty now. No, he's still making... There they go. Okay, okay. Now they're on him. We did it. Squished him. Okay, black bear leather gloves. Yeah, no worries. There's his left hand right there. There's his body. How do I move him? All right, so let's go ahead and close that screen. Don't need the squad. Good job, squad. Yeah, that dog actually helped. That's another good... That's a tip that I learned, I think, watching Nookram, another great YouTuber who plays a lot of Dwarf Fortress, but always set up the dogs like right outside the entrance to your building. I've got all my animals, not all my animals, but my dogs and my grazing animals right here at the entrance. So they'll chase away those guys. You know what? Let's check that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Just want to make sure all the correct animals are in here. Cats and birds go down below. This is a grazer. That's a grazer. Good, good, good. Yeah, it's always good, man. You prefer war grizzlies? That's awesome. All right, let's see. I've never tried to. I don't know if I know how to do that. I guess we would just capture grizzlies and then tame them and train them. I didn't even know that was possible, but that's awesome. Hey Edvard, what's going on, buddy? How's it going, my friend? I just mentioned you earlier, dude, with your great tip about restricting booze in the kitchen. Yeah, we just covered that a little bit earlier. How impactful that's been to our overall drink quantities here. You can trade animals with the elves. Oh, okay. I'll have to keep an eye out. We did get one elf caravan at this location, so we've gotten human, elf, and of course dwarven caravans too. You can train the wild animals, but they can revert to wild state if they're dangerous with bears, their cubs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I actually remember watching a YouTuber do that in the past, like breeding up generations of animals for taming and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Dwarves are all alcoholics from birth. Listen, when your entire civilization is filled with alcoholics, then nobody is an alcoholic. That's how that works. It's just normal. That's just how you are, you know. It's like saying all mammals are afflicted with hair, you know. No, we just have it. But no, you're 100% right. I had that happen when I was pulling my hair out trying to figure it out. Yeah. So what I actually did, Edvard, since we're doing really well now with our drinks, is I disbarred all drink except one. So we're gonna let the kitchen staff use dwarven wine in our lavish meals. But yeah, they don't have dwarfism, they're just dwarves. Exactly. That's right. That's right. When your whole civilization is like 4'5" or whatever, that's just normal. All right, we're actually probably going to need another stockpile. Let's draw that out while we're sitting here. I was going to make this room specifically. Yeah, let's keep that. I was going to make this room specifically for the grazing animals. I wanted to maybe expose it to the surface so we could get some grass growing in here. Wait, is it already exposed? I think I might have to fill in some holes. Yeah, there's open space there and there. Okay. That was tree roots. Let's get those covered up right now because I just realized we have an entrance to the base right here. I'll just use... Doesn't need to be stone. Yeah, there's another one right there. Very important. That's why it was really a mistake for me to start digging on this first layer. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that because that really does cause problems when you're cutting down trees. Yeah, the holes are from logging over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mining out the first one. Only did that because what I should have actually done was start the base up here on a higher level because then we would have multiple layers of dirt. Because as it is currently, the level we're on, if you go down one, we've got clay or whatever, but then below that is stone. So I kind of had to just to bring my farms underground. But you're right, that was a mistake. I shouldn't. No, man, we don't have any plump helmet seeds. That's not good. It's not the end of the world, but hopefully we can last till the next caravan comes through. But yeah, see, if we could expose more of this ground or more of this room to the surface, then we could get this ground to change to like grass, and I could bring the grazers down here permanently. But it takes a while. Also, if we ever get that fungus to grow, that'd be good. All right, let's close out all these tabs here. Now, grazers can eat cave moss too. Yeah, that's a great point too. Now, let me ask you this, Krampus, because you definitely seem to be more experienced. Or Edvard too, if you know the answer, is there any way to encourage that underground fungus to grow? Or does it just like occur after a certain amount of time? Because it's like, it just seems like it just randomly will start growing underground. Farming dormant crops on soil is about 25% efficient. Understood. Okay. Let's see. Cave moss only start spawning in after you breach a cavern. Oh, that's what it is. No, I haven't. Nope, I've been avoiding it. That's interesting. I did not know that. I wonder why that is. Just part of... Huh. Also, caverns are much more fertile, so... Really? No, I didn't know that either. Cool. Yeah, see, this is why it's so good to live stream, because I learned so much. It's one of the ways I learned Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, so quickly. Let's see, subsurface is just for early game. Understood, understood. Gotcha. Yeah, I like to get... hold on. I like to get a squad or two of dwarves, pretty competent and armed and trained up before I breach the cavern layer. I know it's not totally necessary. I could probably do it if I was careful, just depending on what spawns down there. But like I said, I like to be prepared, But maybe we can do that in today's stream or something. Oh, and to anybody who's just tuning in or hanging out, I am going to start streaming Dwarf Fortress every weekend now. So make sure you follow me here on Twitch, get those notifications. And of course, if you miss any part of the stream, I will post the VODs on my YouTube channel after we've gone live. So don't worry about that. But all right, let's go level by level. Just see what we're doing here. Surface is looking good. Is this suspended? No. Resume. Okay, we're about ready to start laying our next level of walls. Garden is good up here. All right, this is good. Let's dig out another room real quick just for more storage. Do 2 big ones. Let me check the surface, actually. Okay, I just want to make sure. This is actually good. We're actually getting, under deeper soil here. Okay. Consola says, for breaching dangerous area, maybe build something like an airlock system. Yeah, I definitely will do that. Actually, that's a good idea, Consolas, for sure. See, buddy, you're a natural. You would fit right in with the dwarfs here in the dwarf fortress. Edvard says, "Well, getting mud on stone gives the best underground farming." Oh, okay. How do you do that? Getting mud on stone gives the best underground farming train caverns. Have that by default. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Just irrigation. I don't think I've ever done that. What's going on there, Sweet Tea and Gaming? How's it going, my friend? Thanks for dropping into the stream, buddy. It's good to see you and hear from you again. Thanks for commenting on the videos and stuff. Not much for alcohol, but I do like smithing. You could be one of those rare dwarfs that doesn't drink. Yeah, we've got more open space here. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, we've got to zoom in here and deal with these open spaces. That's not something we can tolerate. All right, floors. I'll just use whatever's close here. Just got to get this. Okay. It's actually not a bad strategy doing this above the farms, but I mean, once it's opened, I need to go ahead and close it up too. All right, I think that's good, right? Yeah. Did I miss any? These are already covered. All right, we're good. We're good. Irrigation or dump water with buckets. So, I guess is that something I set up a zone for? Water source? No. Oh, I should set this as a water source below though. It's like this. Boom. All right. Yeah, zone pit. Oh, pit pond. There it is. Animals assigned to pit pond zones are dumped into the pit, but will leave the zone afterwards if possible. The pit is designated as a pond. Your citizens will attempt to fill it. Oh, okay. So, put water on stone, leaves a dusting of mud when it evaporates, then do it again and you get some mud. Okay. So is it just twice? You only have to do it twice? That's interesting. God, this game's so deep. Okay. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. A couple of times. Okay, understood. Now, I don't know the actual numbers. Gotcha. I'll definitely have to give that a try. See, I've always just relied on like subsurface farming, like this, like what you guys say is basically early game stuff. Yeah, this is all I've ever done. Well, I've also farmed on the surface itself too. Where's the blood coming from? Did that just appear? Or was that? I don't know what the hell's going on up here. The Weaver. Oh, they're practicing. Look, they're fighting. They're fighting. We need to go back down. Hold on, I gotta focus here. We gotta get these guys outfitted. Okay, we actually have some steel bars. That's good. That's good. I've got steel going. I've been building their armor kind of in stages here. Let's do an order for steel. I think Greaves was the last thing that I made, so we're going to need a set of steel helmets for our boys. Blood has probably been washed off animals or dwarves by the rain. Okay. And who knows where it originally came from. You can mouse over to see what creature blooded. Oh, really? Even the blood is tracked. Oh, you seen the rain in the top. Like, okay, good. Yeah, I didn't notice any like notifications for combat, so I think we're fine. Yeah. All right, so yeah. We'll let them. I'm just making a bunch of billing, whatever it's called, for trading purposes. Let's look at our stocks overall, though. Armor. Yeah, we got some breastplates and stuff going. I want to see gems. It's not under G, is it? Oh, well. We'll figure it out once we get a trader here, although I'm sure that they're cutting gems. It's got to be happening. Let's empty out some of these stockpiles because these are getting pretty full. Might not be a bad idea to, before we do that, set up another mining order. We'll get some area laid out for potential expansion here. That's not right. That's a little better. 12 by 12's good. Bam. Give these mining dwarfs something to do at all times. Don't want them loafing around. There's an option to disable by default to track liquids, which can be very fun. If feet get wet and drag it all around, God, that would probably tank the frames per second. Well, I don't know if it would do it early on, but eventually with a large enough population. I'm anticipating being able to grow my fortresses pretty big, though, because I did just upgrade my PC recently, very recently. Just bought a brand new one. So, yeah, I'm hoping that we can develop our fortresses pretty big without having to worry about too much late game lag. We'll just see. All right, let's get these rooms filled and built. We've got 52 dwarves, and I'm pretty sure not all of them have bedrooms, so I really want to prioritize this. All right, that's all the doors we've got. Early game is honestly a little too fast. I usually frame cap. Oh, interesting. So that would slow it down. What do you cap it to, like 30 or something? I don't even know what mine is. Oh, it's video. I don't see it. Mine's capped at 50. I didn't even do that. This must be default. Default is 50. Okay. Yeah. 50 is pretty fast. I assumed it was 60, but not that I care really. Not on a game like this. I just wanted to run. I just wanted to process smoothly, that's all that matters. But I do remember, like, most of my experience playing this game comes from the pre-Steam release. Back when you just downloaded it. And you'd have to play with, like, mods. Just, like, what was the one everybody always talks about? Dwarf Therapist, that was, like, essential to play the freaking game. But, so, yeah, there's a lot of tweaks since then that I'm not familiar with. But I really like the way that they've been working on this game. All right, let's get some cabinets laid too. Fill up all these rooms here. Let's see, that's still available. Yeah, they've done tons of quality of life. Krampus, what mods do you play with here on the Steam version? If you still play the Steam version, I assume. What mods do you recommend? I asked that in my YouTube videos, but there was only a couple recommendations, which is fine, but I'm curious because it used to be basically impossible to play this game without mods. Certain ones, at least. Dwarf Hack is one of the ones I recommend most. Okay. Other than that, just have a few quality of life. I have to install those after, or that one after the stream. I'm just going in raw. No mods whatsoever. Oops, put that in the wrong spot. Okay, so still need doors. I know that we have them ordered up. I just ordered them to do 50 of everything, so. Dwarf Hack and Dwarf Therapist for me. So Dwarf Therapist still exists, huh? You don't use the labor tab? I've been using this and actually having some pretty good success with it. It does become a little bit tedious, though, whenever you have large populations. Yeah, but I wish I could. Yeah, I'm going to have to try Dwarf Therapist again. Avoid cheating with Dwarf Hack. It's super powerful. It has a bunch of tools to automate boring stuff. Okay. One thing I love to have is the blueprint feature again, so that I could just copy. I know that there is an in-game blueprint feature, but I don't actually understand how to use it. I want to be able to lay out like my little bedrooms here and then save it and just be able to duplicate. You can still do it with macro. Is that this down here? Dwarf Therapist is mostly for information. These things like sorting micro. Oh, I'd love that. Yeah, I'm a little bit. No, it is different. Okay, yeah, because I don't know how to use this function down here. I've tried with it, but I don't quite understand it. Yeah, that's one thing that really frustrated me was when we would get like a large group of migrants, and I don't know who's who because it doesn't really delineate that. At least it does, but not for very long. Oh, I can hear the sound. But OBS isn't picking it up. Oh, there we go. Actually getting a little music now. Took a while for it to cycle on, I guess. The blueprints thing is fairly rudimentary, if I remember correctly. Basically, pre-designating dig, then toggling. Yeah, and another thing I miss from the mod is that you could lay out your blueprints, save them, and then like in the next fortress you build, you could use that, because it would save it to your hard drive, I guess, or whatever, instead of just having to redo it each fortress, which isn't really that helpful. I think we have more beds now. Okay, we got all the beds laid. Yeah, we're good on beds. Let's actually go cancel that bed order. I think 50 was a little bit much. What did they end up making? About half of them. That's fine. Hanny. See, there's a lot of new people in stream. Yeah, for sure. I'll act as propaganda minister and Chan consider joining. Oh, thank you, HD's Patreon. Yeah, the Discord community is one of the best I've ever joined so far. Well, thanks, Hanny. Appreciate that. That's true. We do have several new folks in stream today. And I appreciate you guys just dropping in and stuff, but I do have a Patreon. Of course, we got a great community. And if anybody out there is a fan of Dwarf Fortress, we also have, Vintage Story. We also have a multiplayer Vintage Story, which you get access to as a Patreon. But all right, so I think the game's processing something. Let's see. We're starting to lose some temperament here. People are getting a little bit angry. What's going on with that? Let's go look at some moods real quick here. Really wish you could see migrants in vanilla. Yeah, I wish there was a way to, like, I don't know. It was just more easier. It's not even a good sentence, but you understand. All right, we can't sort them by no job and stuff, but let's sort them by mood. All right, what is some of the worst people? Actually, the children are some of the most unhappy. What's wrong with this guy, though? What are you thinking, buddy? He's having self-pity. She is having self-pity after leading an unexciting life, unable to practice their craft for too long. What are you, a weaver? Oh, she's a dyer. Yeah, that's why. I mean, I'm not going to be able to... We're not going to be making a whole lot of dye, I don't think, necessarily. Let's look. Okay, don't care about the kids. The weavers, probably same thing. Oh? I don't know. They're not having that bad of a time. Okay, well, I won't worry too much about it. Nobody's really unhappy yet. Okay. So you asked about mods. I'll post a list of quality of life cosmetic ones I recommend. Try not to change the game too much. Yeah, that's appreciated, Krampus. Thank you. Don't post the links because Twitch will block those. Just post the names. You know what I'll do? I'll open up a notepad real quick. You post the names and I'll just copy and paste them into my notepad and I'll look them up after the stream. But appreciate you. Hey, Taymonger, what's up, my friend? Thanks for dropping by the stream, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while, but glad you could make it. Doing something a little different today, streaming some Dwarf Fortress. And we've got some experienced players here kind of helping me out. Yeah, as I mentioned, a lot of my experience with Dwarf Fortress is from many years back when it was a pre-Steam release. A lot of things have changed, and of course I was never an expert back then either, so. All right, let's expand, as I said we would. Boom. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. What else? I always feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing, like there's something I should be focused on that I'm not. Did we run out of billion bars? Is that why we're not having these worked on right now? I think we did. Okay, yeah, so we've used up all the billion. That's totally cool. I just need to know that so we can delete the rest of these and get these forges operating on something more important. Yeah, all that stuff was just for trading purposes, really. Canceled the wrong thing there, didn't I? There we go. So they're actually doing good on those steel helmets. I didn't pay attention to the bars, the steel bars. We're looking good. We've got 10 exactly. So we should probably let them just continue to make some more steel before I set up another order, because they are doing it. You know, we've got enough dwarves. Let's get these other smelters going too. I think we can probably handle that. I'm gonna have a work order for some more charcoal. So, what's going on? Edvard says, "So is your water entirely from murky pools?" Oh, really? Ew, it is stagnant. Yeah, crap. So this water is what? It is stagnant water. So that's not going to work, huh? What is that? Does that mean that they won't be able to drink it, or they won't be able to fish from it, or both? Because I've noticed they haven't been fishing, but I assumed it wasn't because it was just because of the depth of the water wasn't high enough. Yeah, that's well, we'll just have to tap into the one of the underground lakes or something. There we go. Thank you, Krampus. I've got it. Character limit, no worries. Yeah, these chat rooms. Bam. I just copied and pasted it though, so I've got it, my friend. At least what you pasted so far. Handy, handy. That's why they prefer booze. Water makes them sick. Well, I mean, Edward's not wrong though, because I know we need water for like the hospital, mainly, right? For cleaning and stuff. So yeah, I probably should work on improving that water quality. Here we go. Let's lay out some more tables real quick. I'm trying to set up a nice little inn here, but I keep running out of materials and furniture. Oops, god dang it. Chair. We've already got a musical instrument, a little piano in here. It's not what it's actually called, but it's what it looks like. Okay, that's good. I think we're ready to actually set this too. So let's do a meeting. Wait, is it meeting area? No, I want the actual dining hall. That's what I want here. So let's do a dining hall. Accept. Now let me ask you guys this. Do you ever, like when you set up a dining hall like this, do you guys set up a small stockpile zone just for food and drink? Like this is what I do to have like closer access to food and drink. I don't know like just how really effective this is though. But I'm curious if you guys do this. Stagnant water gives a bad mood when drunk and increases chance for infection. Oh. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. So you don't know about the fishing though? All right, so that one will be for food, drink, and then we want to set it to take items from that one. Okay, and back down we go. Where is it? There it is. Now we'll do one for food over here. And again, I don't really know if this is like super important to do, but I always do this. All right, custom food. Now I'm going to say everything. No. I'm just going to say prepared meals. There we go. Yay, Taymonker just finished celebrating our Independence Day and trying to find a cure for hangover. There's only one cure for hangover, my friend. That's the hair of the dog that bit you, also known as more booze. Okay, and good. Okay, that's set. Dining hall, small stockpiles for food, booze, and goblets is what you usually do. Awesome. So let's set one up for goblets then, too, because that's a smart idea. Well, I thought. Now wait. Do you put chests in there? Because for some reason, in my mind, if you have chests in the room and you have like a bartender, don't they fill that with goblets? Or no? I'm probably not right. What are goblets under? Is it finished goods? Goblets. Did I do it? Yeah. Right? That's what we want, like that. Yeah. Okay. I think that's right. Oh, we got another one here. All right, let me copy the rest of that Krampus. You got more coming? Da, da. All right. Got it. Minimize. There we go. Looking good. All right. So, I guess we can unpause this. Now, let's assign somebody to it. Wait. That's not what I want to do, is it? I want to do it this way. No, I think I was right the first time. So, we don't have anybody who's really qualified for it. Let's just put one of the peasants in there. Get in there, peasant. Did I click two of them? Why are there two dwarves there now? Huh. It's weird. Oh, well. Yeah, it is. It looks like a little piano. What's it actually called? Clear glass ghosting. Whatever that is. It's randomized. Each world you create, there will be like a certain amount of pre-generated like types of instruments. It's kind of cool. I always like that aspect of it. I think a bar worker will give drinks with goblets from a chest, but I rarely employ dwarves that way for some reason. Maybe you should. Understood. Just so your vegetarian vintage story. This two blackwares just wanted a hug. Tay Monger. You know, I've actually had a few commenters now tell me that those were actually sun bears, not black bears. I thought that they were black bears because I've never actually personally seen a sun bear in the game, but apparently they're not black bears, which is good because sun bears are not as hostile. I was just super close to them when I came across them like that. But thanks for checking it out, my friend. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, I need to record a bit. Oops, we don't have doors there. Yeah, I need to record some more of it soon. But I'm having a good time with it. Let's get some doors on. Bing. As soon as we get this dug out, I'm going to have to spend time probably digging some more bedrooms because, like I said, we've got 52 dwarves and I'm hoping to get another big wave. Oh, steel helmets are completed. Awesome. Let's go check those out. Hold on, we got a bit more furniture to place here. Do we have more chests? Actually, I need more cabinets. Boom, boom. Oh, another thing, too, I noticed we got a bunch of statues sitting on our stockpiles. Let's get those placed throughout. Now, do you guys put statues in the dwarves' bedrooms to further beautify things, or do you not go that far with it? Do you just put like your statues in and amongst the fortress, you know? I got it. I got it there, Krampus. I would do that in RimWorld. Apparently, zoos need to be at least two black bears, one grizzly, and three pandas. It's the bare minimum. The dwarves are at their happiest that their bedrooms look like prison cells. Well, we're right on right there. I've got pretty close to a prison cell here. Hey, reduced. Oh, okay. Is that the last of it there, Krampus? Gotcha, gotcha. Wait, so these are all mods that you use? Wow. That is way more than I expected, but giant cave spider. Oh. Bunch of tweaks. That's going to be quite a lot of homework there. Mm-mm-mm. What's going to get even crazier? Okay, so let's see. Working on the cabinet still. That's good. Oh, I think we need to assign one of these as a guild hall for the farmers. Almost forgot about that. New guild hall for the farmers. Yes. I mean mods. They just added more advanced modding support. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's one of the reasons why to talk about vintage story again, I always advocate for Ahego Studios, the developers of Vintage Story, to make that move to Steam. Because I know they say they don't need the money, but I think it would help the modding community quite a bit. Because modders are essentially just volunteer employees who hope maybe, they make something people like and will donate to them. And going on Steam would definitely increase that visibility. Whoops, damn it. Okay. Put that away. Cancel. All right. Give the nerds some time. Absolutely. We have more cabinets made. Slowly but surely, we're getting these filled out. I think that's all of them. Nope. Nope. One short. Nope. Three short. All right, we got a few more to paint here. Let's paint the bedrooms that I missed. Good. I wish I could just see, like, at a quick glance how many bedrooms I have total. I guess I could count them manually, but I'm not into counting right now. I'll insta-buy wait. I'm actually waiting on Vintage Story Steam release. Like, I'll insta-buy. Yeah, and that's another thing, too. I know that some people just don't buy games unless they're on Steam. Some people, for whatever reason, don't trust external websites, which I totally understand. Some people just like to have all their games in one handy library. So, yeah. It's good you've heard of it, though, Krampus. Yeah, and if you ever do, my friend, consider joining our Vintage Story community. We've got a really fun multiplayer server. I'm actually planning on setting up a second server in the future, but we're waiting on mods to get updated. So for the statues, I like to take a look at things the dwarves like and make a statue of that for their bedroom. Yeah, that's very micromanaging, but I'm okay with that. I actually like that idea. It it is going to be a little tough. Did I set this as a dungeon? Okay, I did. Let's put a few statues, though, because I keep forgetting to do that. Bing. This is what I do with them. I kind of just put them around my central staircase, because I know the dwarves will see them, as they're going up and down to the various different levels. And just to get them out of my inventory, or my stockpiles basically at this point. So we got so many of them. All right, that's a little bit better. Actually, let's go back down. I am slowly but surely working on, like, some nobles' bedrooms and stuff. So we do have statues here. Let's look and see how many chests I have. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of chests. That's good. Okay, we'll put some more chests in there. Let's do a table and a chair over here. So this can be like the noble's dining hall, and then this will be a noble bedroom right here. Let's look at our cabinets. I think we're out of cabinets, aren't we? No? We got a couple. And I think I also need to place some armor stuff in here. Don't they want, like, a couple? That'll be sufficient for now, but we'll have to see what their specific demands are once we get some. I trust the devs' own sites, but I do enjoy the suite of features on Steam and having everything together. Yeah, absolutely, totally understandable. I just don't know why they can't have it available on Steam and their website. That's a good question, Hanny. I've read there on the Vintage Stories frequently asked questions under the Steam page. Why aren't you posting this on Steam? One of the reasons they give is because they like to give a more generous refund policy to the players. So if you buy Vintage Story and you don't like it, I don't know exactly what their policy is over there on their website, but it's more lenient than Steam's is, essentially. And the reason they give is that if they post it on Steam, they have to adhere to Steam's refund policy. They don't have a choice, you know what I'm saying, on Steam. So it would complicate things. That's just one of the reasons they give. But you're right. All things considered, that's a minor gripe. And from what I understand, most people who use Steam don't have like a big issue with the refund policy. Like, I've used their refunds quite a bit, and I think it's a reasonable length of time. that they give, but some people are different, obviously. Watching a stream at 5:19 on a Sunday is really dedicated. Wait, is really dedicated of you. Let's see. When you get a noble for that room, see if there are any furniture they like, cages or whatever, and build that in their room. Okay, okay. Just consumer protection, yeah. I rarely have issues with Steam's refund. Me either. I think, like I said, I think it's a good one. I mean, I remember the days when you couldn't refund computer games, PC games. Like before Steam existed, when I would go to Walmart or Circuit City to buy PC games, like actual physical copies, you weren't allowed to return those to the store. Like you could, like a Nintendo game or whatever. Actually, you might not have been able to return Nintendo games. Now, I think you could, though. But I know PC games were a no-no. They wouldn't let you, because you could go home and copy those discs, and just return it and then bootleg or whatever. All right, let's see. Can be outside of that, but it's mainly treated by an employee. Oh, well, within 2 hours of playtime, within 2 weeks of purchase. Yeah, I've always felt like that's the 2 hours of playtime is a little restrictive. I think 2 weeks from purchase is a good amount of time, but 2 hours, some games you can barely even get through the tutorial in 2 hours. But okay, we just had a gem cutter withdraw from society. That's awesome. Let's get up there to the levels. See what is this the dude? Yeah. Okay, so he's wanting rough gems. Ooh. I think that means our gem cutters have been super efficient. They've been literally cutting every single gem that the miners have exposed, so we need to expose more now. That being the case, let's dig out some more bedrooms, I think. 2 hours, so not Unreal World then? Wait, what are you asking, Edvard? You're asking if I'm not streaming Unreal World, is that what you mean? Only got my refund, it was 1800 because I absolutely hated the Ubisoft launcher. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think we just set up some bedrooms to be dug out here. This will hopefully expose some gems and stuff. Definitely not Unreal World, but who wants a refund on that masterpiece? No, but hold on. Just in case anybody is curious, yeah, I was streaming Unreal World on Saturdays there for a little while, but I decided to switch over to Dwarf Fortress live streams, and then we're going to do Unreal World as an edited series. So I am going to still continue with that run. But yeah, that'll just come in videos on the YouTube channel. Just got satisfactory. First session was 10 hours. Nice. No 2 hours to refund. I have a little more than. Oh, I see what you're saying, Edward. I got you. You're just making a joke. Yeah. Oops. God dang it. I keep messing up. All right. We're going to get these dug. I guess I don't need to have it paused while we do this. Okay. Yeah, this will give us a decent amount of bedrooms to fill up. Looking for that next migrant wave, too. I might establish... Oh, we're saving. Unreal World is one of my favorite games to relax with. Yeah. I do love it. I have great fond memories of it. I've talked about it before. Like, before I made my YouTube channel, I would just, like, go on vacation from work and play it. I always like to play it during the winter, too. It's, for whatever reason, it's more cozy, it feels like. Building a cabin, trying to survive out there in the harsh winter when it's actually cold outside. All right, we'll do this. We'll do this. Yeah, it's, now, I heard somebody mention, I think it was in one of the previous streams, that they're getting ready to add the ability to, like, recruit NPCs and establish kind of your own settlement in the Unreal World. That, if they do that, if that's true, and I haven't actually confirmed about, like, reading any patch notes or anything yet, but if that is true, then, wow, that will actually probably rekindle my desire to play it again. You know, because as much as I do love that game, I feel like I've come to a point with it where there isn't much more for me to do. Here we go. Oh, perfect blue jade. He offers it to the shield throwers. That's awesome. So we just got a new masterpiece or legendary item, whatever you call those. Yeah. Yep. Good. See, it didn't take long to expose those precious gems. So this is probably all we need to dig out for now then. And let's see, watching sunrise of the last day on the long weekend. Snap, it went by so fast. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave Monger. I know how you mean. Unreal World long-term companions is something they are working on. That would be so cool. Yeah, I would really like that. Oh, we just got a mayor. Uh-oh. All right, we're going to have to deal with the mayor's demands. So let's go. I've got to pause. Let's go to the screen. Yeah, we have a mayor now. Oh, boy. How can I zoom in on this guy? Mayful, Babinish. All right, so needs an office. Doesn't need a crypt. Has the dining room taken care of. And definitely needs to have a better bedroom. And he needs more stuff in his bedroom. So I think those portraits are devs LARPing. It is 100%. Let's see. Okay, we will go to our dwarven list. I want to locate his bedroom. Where is he? Surprised he's not right at the top of this list. Can I just search for the word mayor? Okay, buddy, where's your bedroom? How do I find out which bedroom is his? Is there even a way to do that? I might just be better. It might be easier and simpler to just select a bedroom. We'll select this one, and we'll just assign him that bedroom. So that's his bedroom now. Okay. And now if we come in, I probably should have assigned one that actually had more stuff in it, but that's okay. Do we have a cabinet? Yes. You should probably get a bit bigger of a room, because this is going to be jammed in here. But then again, it might work. Yeah, I might have to move this, but... Alright, so we'll let that go. Zoom back out a little bit. Let's go to administrative level. We've got an office already here. Laid out. It's probably not very great, but I assume it's going to fit his needs. Whoops. Mayor. Bam. Alright, give that a second. Oh, room tabs on the character sheet. Mayor deserves a prison cell with a private toilet. Oh, handy. Wait, okay. Rooms tab on the character sheets. I assume you mean the citizens? Oh, no, you're talking about the actual... Oh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Mayor... Rooms. Oh. Yeah, that is super easy. Thank you. Thank you, Edvard. Alright, so how they doing? They're getting there. Bedroom and an office. So the office probably needs like a statue in it or something. Oh, yep. We'll see how that does. Oh, yeah. This game is so much fun. It's so hard to keep track of everything. I've already learned quite a bit from you guys today, too, so I appreciate that very much. An elven caravan is here. Should we banish the elves? Should we start chopping down trees right away? I wonder if there's any more holes in my base. I hope not. double checking the holes here. Also, oh, the office also acts as a dining room. Interesting. Hey, Amaryllis, what's going on? Long time no see. That's right. How are you doing? Thank you for dropping by the stream, my friend. It's great to chat with you again. Hello, hello. Playing some Dwarf Fortress, buddy. Let's see. Trying to, at least. Trying to. This game is a beast. There's a lot going on, but we're trying to master it. Thanks, everybody, for dropping in today. It's great to hang out with you guys. Let's see. It's Muslet's trouble maintaining good relations. Okay. I won't do that. I own this game on Steam. Have yet to play it. Really, Mr. Zyson? Give it a try. It's overwhelming, but it's also super fun and rewarding once you start to master it. Yeah, it could be really fun. I wish I could say like I was qualified to make a tutorial series for it, but I'm really not. I'm really, really not. So I wouldn't. You could watch some of my older videos for sure, because I kind of stumble through and try and learn the game, but it's fun. It's fun to just throw yourself into it. Let's put some of these birds away. Just making sure all the birds are in the right place. All right. Yeah, it's super robust for sure, and the developers are hardworking, committed people. You know, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, there was a good portion of this game's life where they didn't get paid anything for it. You know, it was just totally free. They didn't take donations and stuff. But now that it's on Steam, I watched a little documentary like right around the time it came out of Steam, and it changed their lives financially. The Steam release definitely set them up so that they can work on this game full time now. And you can tell too, if you follow this game, like the news on Steam for this game, the development is quick and they do frequent patches. Yeah, and they're changing lots of stuff too. So it's awesome. Oh, Mr. Zyson, been hanging out on the Vintage Stories server. All right, let's do some trading here. It's time to trade. All right, let's get a broker requested. Let's move some goods. What are we moving? What are we trading here, people? Hold on, I scrolled up on chat. Oh, Mr. Zyson is Dax. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I tried to... Oh, we just got some more migrants showed up too. Oh my God, we're up to 73. Yeah, I try to keep track of everybody's different names and stuff. Hey, Amaryllis, thank you. Gifting sub. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Gax. You are now a subscriber. All right, what was I looking for? Gems. Actually, let's go to the bins. That's what I should be looking for. Okay. Finished goods bin. What's in it? Yeah. That one goes. Armor bin stays. Gem bin. That goes. Trading for a mosasaur. Okay, let's keep looking here. Okay, what's in this one? A bunch of mugs. Some billion stuff. All right, we'll put this one up too. The elves don't usually have like tons of stuff, do they? God, I need to place these hives. They're taking up a lot of space in my bins here. All right, that should probably be enough. Yeah, we'll let them bring that up to the surface. Don't sell the bins, though. Mistake I've made. Well, what do you mean? Oh, I'm not going to sell the whole bin. Well, I might. Just depends on what's in it, but I'll look through it for sure. Marilla's taking the day off to recover from being sick. Oh, I've been overworking myself teaching people spacecrafts. Well, be careful, my friend. Don't overwork too much, buddy. But I appreciate you. Thanks for dropping in and hanging out. I love Dwarf Fortress, too. It's so much fun. You know what I normally do is place the beehives like up a couple stories to try and avoid the dwarves getting stung constantly. But I think what I'll do is just place them along the back wall here, because I really need to get these laid down. Keep forgetting about this. Yeah, we'll just place all these. I don't know how many I've had built now. We're going to have beehives. Okay, that's good. Sell them wooden bin filled with. Oh, you're telling them. Oh, you told me not to sell the bin because of the wood. That's right. That's right. Don't sell them wooden stuff. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I got to be careful. Been thinking of doing an ARC server. Let's see here. If you want to piss them off. Oh, you already read that. All right. So let's unpause it. Why is it not unpausing? Oh, there we go. All right, so we'll get those laid out. The dwarves, did you move the stuff up here? Waiting 3 items. Hurry up, dwarves. Our little army is up here trading. We ended up with another 20-some migrants. That's awesome. Let's look at their labor page here real quick. Oh, wow. We got a bunch of dwarfs here with no jobs. Let's pause it real quick. I need to go into labor. I'm gonna turn this to everybody does hauling. Yeah, that's a change I think we can safely make. This is starting to become tedious to select that for every dwarf now. Let's go to the furnaces. I think, yeah, we definitely want to assign some more furnace people. Taking a little quick pause from the trading just to assign some stuff here, some important jobs. I notice we got quite a few doctors here. Look at this. That's the most doctors I think I've ever seen. We don't need that many. Wow. I guess we'll do that one too. Okay. And let's go through this list actually. There's back was ASCII. We compared it to reading the Matrix. Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. It's very much like that. I do want another stone cutter. Haulers, orderlies, cook. Ooh, we got a second cook. That's helpful. Brewers. High Master Brewer steps into the fortress. Nice. Just as we start to get our mead production hopefully up and running, that'll make a big difference. Let's do another mason. Now, do I have a metalworking profession? I think that's something I've neglected so far. Is I need to set up like a profession just for metal workers. Yeah. All right, actually, let's go back down. It's one of these guys that doesn't really have a good specialty. You're very lucky to have so many. I've had a doctorless for it. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that many. You can make the hospital's own a doctor's guild hall to help keep skills up. Oh, how do we do that? I think I could probably puzzle through it. Meeting area, double up the thing. Accept. New guild hall. I didn't even know that was possible. Wait, can you not search this list? It's not even in alphabetical freaking order. I'm probably going to pass it. I cannot search. It's not even in alphabetical order either. What the hell? I don't. It seems like there's doubles too. Like there aren't this many jobs in the game, are there? Did I pass it? Oh, there it is. Doctor's Hall. The Fair Trust overlapping. It's an order of members. Oh, okay. Maris, I was thinking of a mod idea for this game where if you do stuff that causes harm, like putting a beehive too close to the dwarves, get mad over time, then they will do things autonomously and move in their own. That's interesting. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That would make it much more challenging. You would have to really factor in their happiness and moods and stuff a bit more. All right, one thing I keep forgetting to do too. I need to get these weapon racks in here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's not enough, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we need 3 and 3 more of that. Wait, also shift scroll to page list, save your index finger. Okay. Okay, wait, you're saying page, wait. Page lists. Okay. All right, what are we doing here? What's going on? Let's look at our drink. We got no meat, but that's fine. I actually think we need to probably get some more harvesting done. Not too far from the fort. Let's go up a level. We'll harvest like this little hill here. All right, good. Okay, we need to trade too because I keep forgetting to do that. So much going on. All right, we're ready to trade? No. Did the dwarves leave, bro? Oh, crap. I think I waited too long. Wait, they're still there, though. There it is. All right. Stupid dwarves. Making me stand around and wait. All right. Anyway, so let's put up everything we've got. Everything that we want to trade here. Oh, there's that legendary gem. Okay, goblins. I'm just going to start placing a bunch of goblets and stuff. Yeah, scroll rollers. Actually, I'm going to keep the scroll rollers. Honey and meat are top priority. You're right. I do need to make that a priority for sure. Ooh. Yeah, we don't want to sell them any wood. Elves don't like the fact that dwarves chop down wood and stuff. They get very upset by that. That's why I don't want to sell them the whole bin here. Oh, wooden cup. That could have been a diplomatic disaster right there. Okay, what's in this one? Can I just sell them the whole thing? No, there's wood in here. It's a little bit tedious going through all this, but I don't think... Wait, would it be better to just... No, that doesn't work. If you could just click the bin and it auto-selects everything in there, that would be better for me right now, but it doesn't. That would be a good mod. I have no idea why, but Twitch stopped my subscription and unfollowed you automatically. How rude. Oh, well, thanks for resubscribing. Yeah, that is rude. YouTube does something similar to that. Or if a person, I guess, doesn't watch like my videos for a certain amount of time, they get unsubscribed. Yeah, it's weird. I've heard other YouTubers complain about it too. There's some days where I'll wake up and I'll just have like 12 fewer subscribers than the night before because YouTube. But also keep in mind that selling masterwork will anger the craftsman less. I didn't know that. Oh, wait, the masterworks. Like this one here? Is this the masterwork mark or is it a different mark? No, okay, it is a different. It's like you put. It's got the little circle in the middle of it. Do I have an example of that? Right there. That one. Understood. Understood. Yeah, that's what you're referring to. Yep, okay. Cool, cool, cool. I don't think we... I don't honestly know how many of those I've put up, but I'm not going to go through them all at this point. But I will pay attention to that in the future. So they get upset if I sell their masterwork stuff. Well, that's kind of the whole point of making it. At least these things. All right, now this gem bin, what are we up to? Oh, we've already got 8,100 credits or whatever. So we'll hold this gem bin in reserve, but I can put this whole bin up. Well, I guess I can't because I got to individually select it. Man, that is annoying. Can you make bins out of stone? Let's see. Yeah, and you're in the Discord for sure. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can sell, but it just keeps them, decorate them, and put them on display. All right, so let's see what we've got over here. Let's start buying. The best part. Let's go shopping. I always buy musical instruments. Always, always, especially when they're cheap. Not worried about puzzle boxes. Here we go. They got a water buffalo, which I will buy. Look at the weight on that boy. Two-humped camel, give it to me. A raven, sure. This dude's selling a pine cage. They're selling wood stuff. What the hell? I thought they wouldn't do that. No, that's all they sell, isn't it? Is just wooden things. So they got like this hypocrisy double standard going on where it's okay for them to make wooden stuff, but not the dwarves, basically. Yeah, even their swords are made out of wood. What a bunch of losers. Pots act like. Oh, do they? My friend had a dwarf that was secretly royalty, so when the dwarf parents died, he inherited the kingdom randomly. That's awesome. HD, what headset do you use? I have a Corsair headset. I have a separate standalone microphone. My microphone is Shure Shure is a Shure microphone, and I have Corsair headset. But I don't use the microphone for that headset just to hear. Okay, let's see what else. What else? Hey, what's going on there? Water Lemon, welcome. I love been having fun with the Noble Fates, and if it's right between Dwarf Fortress and RimWorld, we're checking out. Okay, sounds interesting. Thank you for the recommendation. Headset mics are almost always trash. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know Angry Joe. He's got a YouTube, he's had a YouTube channel since YouTube first started, but he and his crew use headset mics. And I always think to myself, he must have splurged and spent like $1,000 or two on his headset mics because I don't know anybody, like major streamers or content creators who use headset mics, but they do. But like I said, they must have dropped quite a dime, or maybe they're sponsored by him or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you could get good ones with enough cashola. I spent 400. It was 299 or 399 for this microphone, the Shure. It is a what's it called? It's a USB microphone, which isn't ideal, but I would say for USB mics, it's right at the top of the line. To get something better than this, you'd have to go with like an actual audio mixer and stuff. But oh, thank you. Yeah, I just bought it recently. I figured, if I'm trying to make content creation a career, then I might as well not cheap out on the hardware. Nobody likes hardware to spare, right? All right, so I got to pay attention. What am I scrolling through here? Let's go ahead and not buy the arrows. Yes, I want all your seeds. I want your leaves and fruits. Okay, about your filthy elven clothing. Oh, KT Monger. Have a good one, my friend. Thanks for dropping in. Catch you live. Send my love to the two sun bears. I will. All right, let's see. Anything else? Is this? I don't know what that is, but we'll just take it. Oh, these are instrument pieces. Never mind, I don't want those. All right, so yeah, I should have probably gone through the list first because I'm not giving them all this stuff to trade here. Okay. Let's go down a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, I brought way too much stuff up here for these elves. They can carry a lot, though. These elves came prepared to haul some stuff, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, Corsair's a good brand. I honestly don't... I've never owned any other items from them besides this headset, but I know them as a brand, When I was searching for headsets, I am so tired of Razer too. Like my first headset and mouse were Razer, not my first one, but my last ones, I should say. Absolutely can't stand Razer anymore. It used to be a good company, but yeah, Razer is like, it's just a name, and their actual stuff is trash. Yeah. It's garbage. And like the software programs that you're now like forced to install for everything that you buy from them is also trash. It was like malware. It was awful. Yeah, so I don't buy Razer anymore. Not a bit. Yeah, they don't let you fix things anymore. It's yeah. And their lines are just not that appealing. There isn't enough difference between the models that they have. They've just got what just happened? Yeah, they're just not great. Oh, okay. We've got some bees over here. Good, good, good. How do we? I've forgotten what I need to do to get the honey going. Don't we set up an order at the farmer's workshop for that? Where do we process honey? I've got the hives built. We placed some hives. So step one is done. I've got the hives built. Set a dwarf to be. Oh, that was what I was doing actually. Wait, hold on. No trader. All right. And yeah, let's go back to our labor because there's a couple things I wanted to do over here. All right. So we'll set up a beekeeper because we have enough dwarfs to specialize that job, I think. Custom detail, we'll rename it. Bees. We'll go in. Dominator Platinum for the win. I know Corsair from their power supplies and RAM. It's really well built. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I actually know the company. One of the ways I know them is from trading them during the pandemic 5 years ago or whatever. I got into trading stocks and crypto for a brief time, believe it or not. And Corsair was a real hot company during that period. People were buying their stuff. A lot of like PC and hardware stocks were doing really well during that time. All right, so let's see beekeeping. I also got into the meme stocks, GameStop and AMC. Actually, I made the most money off AMC. I wouldn't recommend buying them, but during that time, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so we got beekeeping. Okay, we need to click on and install. Is there another? Do they need like pressing with this? Is pressing associated with beekeeping or no? I figure, you know what? They can probably do both jobs. Beekeeping's not going to keep this, whatever this dwarf does, from doing a simple job like pressing too. So we'll set that as part of that. Yeah, I do want to, real quick, let's set up another one here for metal workers. Okay, and I'm going to detail this. Mutual funds are always, oh yeah, low cost index funds are the best way. Yeah, if you're trying to go safe, that's right. No financial advice, but low cost index funds that just track like a basket of stocks, just track like the S&P 500 or something. That's your best bet. Okay, so okay, I want metal stuff. I should probably make specialities for armor smithing and weapon smithing, but I'm going to lump them together. I'm going to lump all four of these together right now. I don't want to spend the time doing all that. All right, so let's go to the bees. We do have a novice beekeeper. Yay. And why not? Screw it. We'll just set another dude. This guy's a paper maker that he can also learn how to be but you need some really small shears for bees. I have older Razer Huntsman Elite keyboard. That's the one where they still made decent stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing is like I remember back in the day, Razer was the premier brand for hardware, like peripherals and stuff. Absolutely. All right. Yeah. So wait a second. I'm actually kind of shocked that I haven't already set this up as a job, but I don't think I did. So, all right. Yeah, we've got a lot of freaking metal crafters here too. Actually, if they already have a job, I'm not. That guy needs it. Yeah, that's crazy. The amount of metal workers we've got. It's good though. All right, so we've got that set. Let's go over to the hives. It's already checked. I think we've actually got bees in them already. If you look close enough, yeah, you can see the bees are already there. So, yeah, there's live honeybees. So most of these are good to go. This last one is still being filled, I think. So that's good. Now what's the next step here? Did I miss it? Did somebody post it already? Yes, you need pressing. Okay. Wait, so what is that done at? Is that done at the farmer's workshop? Is it? I don't see anything that says press. For some reason, I feel like it's here, but it's not. It's not a cairn, is it? Let me look through the workshops. Maybe it'll jump out at me. The screw press. Okay. Which is part of the farming? No, it's probably a machine, isn't it? Hold on, there it is. Screw press. We'll put it down here. I'll put it in this room. And we'll put it like right there. That's fine. Wait, no, it needs... Wait, what? Okay, I need a screw trap, a pipe section, and blocks. Pipe section. We'll do like 5 of those. What is... That's a screw pump, not a press. Damn it. Dang it. Hold on, then. Screw pump. Ooh, okay, so that's not right. What's it under? You have no idea. I've never gotten this far, but we had door therapists to manage lots of this stuff. I think it... Is it actually back under... the farming? No, there's no screw press here. No. Workshops. You can use screw pumps to clean your water, though. Oh, okay. Well, we'll worry about that later. Is it constructions? I do not see... Is under metalsmith in the workshops. Wait, what? Oh, so I need to just build one. That's what you're saying. Or construct one, craft one up. I don't think that's correct. Screw press is under metalsmith. I don't know what that means, Edvard. I don't understand that. Under metalsmith in the workshops. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I do remember enjoying Dwarf Therapist quite a bit. Uh-oh. Oh. Fighting some animals and stuff. Wait. We didn't look at our mayor recently. His quarters still aren't good enough. He needs a decent study and a decent quarters here. No, you will use mechanisms under the workshops tab. Under the workshops tab. Under the workshops tab, next to the workshop down. It's the next workshop down. Furniture? Okay. It's not here. Oh, wait, there it is. Screw press. I found it. All right, so how do we place this? No, we got it. All right. Boom. That was easier than I thought. I was just missing it, I guess. Yeah, I just didn't see it. Useful work for pressing liquids from various sources, some plants. Okay. Got it. Yeah. I just made it more difficult than it had to be, but we got it. We figured it out. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, let's go back down here. Let's unsuspend that. We're going to want some more charcoal, most likely. Good. Now, we can probably set up some tasks for more metal. What do we want? Steel. Oh, gold. Okay, so this one's making steel and magnetite. This one's making pig iron. I bet we could... Wait, that's not what I want to do. We'll set up another task here for smelting galena ore. And this one has no orders. Let's do tetrahedrite, and I'll add even more magnetite. Keep that iron coming. Let's go. Okay, I'll need some jugs already too. Or we will need jugs for the honey, I think is what you mean. Let's come over to the craft shop then, and we'll do some more jugs. Let's make quite a few of them. We're going to want to have a bunch of honey, so... Animals grown. Good, good, good. Gosh, we got a lot of people. It's making me nervous. All these dwarves, they start getting real demanding. All right, do we have enough in the way of doors to finally get these things closed up? Probably not. What material is this right here? It's like this yellowish stone. I'm interested in what that is. Okay, looking good. Got plenty of doors here. Question is, do we have enough of the other furniture to fill this stuff? Okay, that's all the doors. Let's do the beds next. I hope these little dwarves appreciate all the hard work we've been putting in here. I wonder how our squad is doing. Yep, you need jugs for honey. I thought you already had some, but more is better, though. That's right. We can always make more stuff, and we'll just trade it away if we don't use it. But let's go back down, because I think we need to set up some more orders here. Keep making blocks. Carpenter, give me some more beds. 50 more beds. And let's do another work order for doors. Okay, down here, what are we doing at this carpenter? Maybe more cabinets. 50 of those. For your mayor, try smoothing out the rooms. That's a good idea. Yeah, 100% actually. Let's do that real quick because I'll forget. I'm always bouncing around forgetting to do stuff. So if we come to engraving or smoothing, yeah, we'll set that as a high priority. That's fine. And his office needed it too, right? Bam. All right, that should get done pretty quickly because we got a bunch of extra people. I like seeing people in the hospital when they're not actually injured. That's a good thing. All right. Oh, I know what else we need to be making. Down here, we're going to go with some armor stands and some weapon racks. In fact, give me like 20 of each. Yeah, I want a bunch of those. All right. And let's set up one more work order here for chests. I don't see it. There it is. Yep, 50 of them. You guessed it. Let's go. Whew, man. Got a lot of dwarves here. All right, let's go down some levels. I think we ended up with some more, what's it called? Musical instruments, too. So let's see if we can play some of those. No. None of the big ones. This is looking okay. There's nobody in here eating, but that's fine. That's fine. Smoothing is really bang for buck, really. Maybe we should do the whole thing, huh? Smoothing and engraving. Dwarves in the hospital, are they doing lectures? I'm not sure. Let's go find out. Socializing. Waiting for suture demonstration. Leading suture demonstrations. Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't even know that you could do that. Oh, this poor dwarf right here is being... He's the test subject right there in the bed. Oh, that is cool. So they'll actually gain skill and stuff, huh? Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. These rooms I have over here are going to be set up for storage. A guild hall for craft dwarfs. Yep. We'll approve that. And let's go below. I already have one room dug out just in preparation for another guild hall. We'll probably want to dig a few more of these for more potential guild halls. Crafts dwarf. I imagine that one's probably at the high end of the list, but there it is. Yeah, let's dig out a few more here. Actually, let me think about. We'll put it up here along this hallway. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, that's even. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to expand this level too much more, so. Okay, hold on. I'm not doing. I don't like this. Hold on. We got to do that over again. All right, let's go for mining tool. There's the entrance. Oh, damn it. 7 by 7. That's what I want. Yeah, we'll dig out a few more of these as future guild halls. Okay. What's going on up here? We get metal. What work orders do we have for a metal shop? So let's get this working. We need some more steel armor. I think the last thing we made was the steel helmet. I just go down the list. So we'll make 20 steel high boots. Let's go. Guilds are fantastic for spreading skills and keeping up skills that are rarely used. Interesting. Did not know that. You forgot to unmute. We had a light temporal storm. Oh no, Minnie. That's not good. That's not good. Ooh, did we ever get this? I don't need this anymore, do I? Yeah, that was a mistake. That's all right. What else are we building here? Well, hold on. First, let's look at our stocks. How many bars do I have? Ooh, we got some gold. Oh, let's make some gold stuff. We got a little bit of lead, too. What should we make out of gold? Some golden statues? Yeah, we're done with that. Oh, yeah. Golden statue, baby. Put one or two of these in. Wait, is there not? Probably pass it up. I could just search for it. Wait, what? What the hell just happened? Work order, add golden gold statue. There we go. Not bad. You think about long-term magma forges and magma smelters? I don't know. I'm not super comfortable manipulating magma. It's not something I have a lot of experience in. I didn't do it a lot in my previous playing of this game, so I'm a little bit hesitant, to be honest. But maybe, yeah, in future streams, if you guys are here helping me, holding my hand, we might be able to manage it for sure. I would like to get more comfortable manipulating lava, though. That would be cool. All right, how's everything going? Drinks are getting low. You know why? I think we really need to do some more harvesting and growing. My plots are probably sitting here fallow, so I'm always forgetting to do this. Oh, what? Yeah, we have no seeds for any of the underground stuff, man. Oh boy. So, if there's an energy source that is not exploited, you're a failure as a capitalist. I'm not a capitalist, my friend. I will tell you that much. All right, let's go to the surface and let me see here. How many blocks do we have made right now? I want to get some. Oh yeah, we got some blocks here. All right, let's get some walls constructed too. On top of everything else, we got to get our walls up. So I'm going to go around. Limestone blocks. What? There's no even limestone blocks in this list. Or am I missing it? Oh, I just noticed too, we're also out of wood. What the hell? Huh. Why did it lie to me and tell me I got a bunch of blocks when it shows that there are no blocks? Oh, it says none. So is that just a miscount? The bridge is only one level high when retracted? What do you mean? Because of the way I built it, or is that just how it is? Yeah, you're right. I should have restricted them from building blocks, but they're not, so they're not actually making it. Why isn't he making blocks anyway? The dude should be. I've got that set like as an infinite order. But yeah, they're not doing it. Let's actually close it and turn it into a work order. And we'll do 100, 1,000's fine. And let's repeat that. Now, I don't actually know, like for instance, for this order, how do I go in and limit it to not doing limestone? I guess I can just select chert. That's fine. That'll work. That'll work. Did I click pause? Oh, did I click pause? Oh, that was it. That was it. Yeah, I probably did that earlier and forgot. Whoopsie. Always like that. All bridges are one high when retracted. So, in order to alleviate that problem, then, I just need to build the wall right across the top, then, right? Like this. Like that. Chert is magma safe. Ooh, that's good to know. So I could do like this. Okay. Gotcha. I didn't realize that. I thought you had to leave a gap like all the way up. Thanks for telling me that. Ooh, we want to get this tree chopped here too. Oh, speaking of tree chopping, yeah, we really need to chop some more. So let's come up here. There's plenty of trees here. We need an absolute ton of wood to keep this fortress going. Plays runs on charcoal. All right, it's going pretty smooth, which makes me nervous, to be honest. Yes, what's your suggestion for logging? I'm all ears, my friend. I'm all ears. Let's look at our mayor now. His dining room is not great. You jerk. Let's smooth out the dining room. Yeah, that'll be good. That should make it more nice for him. No global warming in Dwarf Fortress. Fossil fuels for life. Oh no, something has collapsed. Oh, it's a tree. Oh, we got an alert. No. Who you fighting there, buddy? Bruising his heart. Oh, I think the tree fell on him. Huh. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. When you designate a clear cutting area like that, logs can land in the branches of neighboring trees, then fall and kill dwarves. I check for stuck logs and designate separate trees. Wait, so when you say designate separate trees, I don't understand what you mean. So you just mean like don't clear cut the way I did, but like just do like individual trees? Is that what you're saying, that are kind of far enough apart? Like this? Pick them. Okay. Okay. Understood. Yeah, got to be careful of killing your dwarves with trees. That was something I always do in character creation when we embark. I always make my tree cutter, the first dwarf, also a novice dodger. This was like a tip I remember watching another YouTuber do, but if you make your tree cutter a novice dodger, then they're more apt to like dodge out of the way when the tree falls. I don't know how true that is, but dodge a lumberjack exactly. Yeah, I don't know how true it is, but I do always give my lumberjack 1 point in dodge. You think it's valid? I think it probably is. Let's see. Trees that are right next to one another can be dangerous, just like in real life. Oh, yeah, you could start a domino effect, huh? All right, so I'm also kind of not happy with our stock levels being so inaccurate. So let's go to nobles. Let's bring that up a little bit. You know what? Let's do it to the finest level because we do have enough dwarves, I don't think. Oh, we got a really pissed off dwarf. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with you, buddy? It's a dwarven child. Get out of here, child. Angry upon agreement to construct a temple. Wait, what? To construct a temple for the amethyst. Oh, did I forget to do something here? A temple for the amethyst doctrines. Temple for the amethyst doctrines. Did I not do that? Well, we did get some rooms ready. Let's put a door there. Meeting hall. Accept. Add it as a new temple. Bam. Quit crying. I did it. Let's see. So you discouraged from actually setting them to train dodging. Wait. It's too bad woodcutting or mining isn't compatible with military. That's true. Yeah. Could do it with the university mod though, which is pretty OP. I'm not familiar with that one. Sounds interesting though. All right. Do we have more beds at this point to lay? 3. Man, I think we ran out of wood. That's why the whole production is slow to a crawl. Let's see, what was I making my rock out of, though? Or my stone, what was I using that for exactly? Armor stand and weapon racks. Okay. Dining hall is still not nice enough for this dude. But they are smoothing it, so that'll hopefully help. Oh, okay. Manually designate training, including swimming pool. That's awesome. Train your dwarves on how to swim. But they level way too fast in the original mod. Yeah, the dwarves are pretty good learners. That's one thing. You know, time passes so quick that yeah, they can become legendary stuff in what feels like an unreasonably short amount of time. But I don't mind. I'm not complaining. Oh, you know what I need to do? Check on our animals. Since that new migrant wave, we've probably got some new animals to assign. So we'll start at the bottom. Yep, I got quite a few here that aren't placed properly. Nope, the bird doesn't go there. Okay, so that's good. Hey, Andy, what's up? Thanks for subscribing, buddy. Just going to sprinkle this here. Thank you, my friend. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by the stream, dude. Oh, Andy, by the way, I'm going to, after the stream, I'm going to hop on the server and make that video for your meteoric steel, buddy. So that'll either probably be coming out tomorrow, as long as everything goes smooth with the video. But hey, what's going on, Swidward Tentacles? Where did you learn to play Dwarf Fortress? I use Captain Duck's tutorials. It's been so long since I originally started playing. I played it all the way back before it was on Steam, when it was still free, well before I had my YouTube channel and stuff. So I can't honestly remember where I learned it from, but I definitely watched a lot of Nookrim. You guys know the YouTuber Nookrim. He's got a lot of Dwarf Fortress content. I used to watch him play a lot. And I did spend quite a bit of time on the subreddit too, just reading through posts on the Dwarf Fortress subreddit. That was always helpful. But yeah, a lot has changed since I played originally. So actually coming in here and streaming has been really helpful. I've learned quite a few new things today, especially. So I appreciate everybody who's dropped in today. And like I mentioned at the outset, I am going to be streaming Dwarf Fortress every weekend now. So make sure you guys tune in for that too if you're fans of the game. All right, we got more holes here. Can literally see the frickin' barrels below ground through these holes. I'm kind of unsure why these holes are popping up now, but that's the freaking dilemma with digging right below the ground level. It was a stupid idea. Should not have done that. Oh well. Holes everywhere in this fortress, turning into Swiss cheese. Ooh, all right. Now that Lag's move is done, we'll be able to start working on more armors. That's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna reach out to Lag, see how his move's been going. I know he's been very busy. I haven't seen him chat or anything on the Discord recently, but he did share with me several photos and stuff of his new place, so I'm excited for him. For sure, that's gonna be great. Yeah, and I hope you guys can get back into your modding, making some new stuff. He also, like a week ago, he sent me a DM asking if there was any other mods that I was curious or interested in you guys working on. And we did talk about one for like the upcoming hardcore server where it's like a death penalty essentially. When a player dies, they get like a negative buff that reduces their HP to like 1 and potentially even reduces movement speed. He was suggesting too, just as like a penalty for dying essentially. But let's see, almost certainly from cutting the trees above the soil. Yeah, yep. Now I got to be extra diligent too, because if even one of those holes is left, when we get our first siege, we're going to be in serious problems. But always interested to see other people's strats. I finally tried the trench technique, massive trench around your fort. Oh, that could be cool. Yeah, on our next fortress, maybe we'll settle where there's a river, so we can have like infinite flowing water, and we could do like a nice moat or something. That would be super cool. Hell yeah. That's what the Dwarf Fortress is. One of those games while you're working on your current fortress, you're always like planning in your head what you're going to do for your next fortress. You're like, oh, all the lessons I've learned from this one, how do I apply that in my next fortress? It's there's always a new fortress on the horizon too, because one of the key phrases, one of the key mantras of this game is losing is fun. I think they coined that before RimWorld did, but good to clear cut before mining the first layer. Trees won't grow there if it's that's smart. Yeah. Next fort is the best fort. That's right. I also learned creatures can jump and grab overhangs. Been playing for years, not knowing my ledges need to be too high. I didn't know that either, Squidward. Yeah, look, dude, I literally set my ledge on the first story. So that's going to be a problem. Well, that's all right. We were planning on building multiple stories anyway, so we'll just put another one up. Interesting, interesting. Did Andy says, yeah, he was kind of stuck thinking on an auto temp ban for 30 minutes or something. Yeah, I don't like the idea of a ban. Yeah, I don't want someone to get booted from the server or anything like that. But I think just a debuff is the better way to go. And yeah, he was talking about how there is another mod that uses like a buff system, so it could be something you could implement like similar coding for. So that would be cool. Yeah, RimWorld was inspired by Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, I've been doing it like that for years. Me too. I actually advertised RimWorld in the Dwarf Fortress forums, and some users called them out. So people take video gaming very personally, that's for sure. But personally, I have no problems with games using other games as inspiration. Like a great example is Minecraft and Vintage Story, the game I was just talking about with Andy right there. Or even games like Terraria was compared to Minecraft. People used to call it 2D Minecraft and dismiss it as a copycat. But it's not really like a good argument in my mind. Uh-oh. We got another snatcher. I don't see him. Where'd he go? There he is. Come here, you. Goblin thief. What are your thoughts? They're going to be the last thoughts you ever had on this earth. That's called the Enjoyable Laborers. That's our squad. Kill. Give them the order to kill. Confirm. All right, we'll have to zoom out. All right, now it goes pretty quick. Wait, is that 2 of them? There's 2 of them. There's 2 of these little... Oh. Minecraft and Terraria always advertising each other. Uh-oh. Okay, we just got to withdraw from society there. Dude, they're coming right in. Bring it. Look, here's one of my dwarfs right here. Here's one of the recruits coming up. Get them. Oh, they scattered. The dogs are after them. They are pretty quick. I won't lie. They are pretty darn quick. But I think we've got enough commotion up here. They're not going to get through. There's no way. All right, so what do we get here? Which stoneworkers? Okay, let's go check that out. Make sure he's got everything he needs. I think he does. There are two of them. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Andy says, in my opinion, no company should be able to copyright features or mechanics. That's right. Yeah, it just kills the community around the game. 100%. Imagine a game of mine. Yeah, it's not possible. I mean, companies can copyright art assets, like the whole controversy with Pal World and Pokemon, because it's not because of the gameplay mechanics of like capturing creatures, but it was literally because of the similarity of the art and, you know, the pixels and whatever. But you're right, gameplay mechanics can't be copyrighted, nor should they be able to. Nintendo are patent trolls. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's a possibility. Like, can you imagine though if somebody, yeah, tried to copyright like specific game mechanics? Yeah, that would ruin the industry for sure. Undoubtedly, undoubtedly. Okay, I think the two snatchers were handled pretty well. I'm going to need to start setting up some cage traps. Maybe we can start catching some wildlife and some creatures, set up a little zoo and stuff. Nintendo has actually copyrighted the mechanic of collecting non-player entities and using said entities to fight each other. Interesting. Nintendo is so evil they'd rather have a game die than allow the game to be emulated. Yeah, that's not good. That is definitely not good. Yeah, as I always say, the profit-seeking motive of major corporations ruins everything that it touches. All right. Not saying there isn't a place for capitalism in the world, but it needs to be very heavily regulated and restricted, made to be turned as a goal for the people, you know, and not for the pocketbooks of the wealthy. But unfortunately, it's just those wealthy people who have lined their pockets for decades now own the politicians. All right, what do we got? Human caravan. Well, before we get too political, let's see. How did your pork chops turn out? I haven't actually cooked them yet. No, I took some out. I froze all that stuff last night, and then I took some pork chops out this morning. But I got to go get some panko. I'm out of the panko breadcrumbs, so I'm going to go get some tomorrow. But I'll definitely post a picture when I do fry some up for you on the Discord, buddy. You better believe it. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. You love the anti-capitalist talk. Me too. I could talk politics for hours. You know, Mini Mongoose, before you joined Discord, I actually had a political channel in our Discord, but I eventually deleted it because, I mean, I've lost Patreons before. Not a lot, but one or two have literally quit because of political discussion. Not with me directly, but with like other Patreons arguing and stuff. So yeah, I eventually got rid of it because, you know, politics are so divisive especially in America. But I really really enjoy talking politics, and I keep up with current events too. But it's just not, you know, appropriate for a gaming channel, in my opinion. You know, I want to make this a place where people come to forget about the cares of the world, you know, and not have to focus on them. But it is a passion of mine, and politics is a clown show, 100%. I've often said, at least in America, I think if you just completely got rid of the House of Representatives, eliminated all those people and the Senate, and just did a lottery where you installed like 100 random Americans in the Senate, like 380 or whatever, however many representatives, just random people from, you know, the working class, this country would be run so much better than it is by these professional politicians and stuff. But that just goes to show you because where the interests are, you know. Either way, let's see. Also, emulation, in my opinion, the second a game is no longer sold on shelves. Yeah, emulation should be more encouraged for sure. Just as a PC game player, somebody who never touches console games, I would definitely like to see emulators much more encouraged by developers and stuff. But well, we've crossed the 2 hour mark here, guys, on the stream today. So I think we're going to call it quits for now. Like I said, I've got some recording to do. So I'm going to have a bit of lunch and then jump onto the Vintage Story multiplayer server and make a mod video for Andy. But I appreciate everybody stopping by today. Once again, I will be streaming next week, and I'll be streaming tomorrow actually, but we'll be doing some Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead and stuff. But thank you everybody who tuned in. Thanks to you guys for who were new chatters and stuff, helping me out. I really appreciate it, guys. And as always, I will see you on the next one.